Good morning. I think it's November 3rd, Monday morning. I am now living in the living room. My friend is being very kind. She let me use the sofa bed and she even gave me a space heater, which helps a little bit. So, I'm very happy. I'm being kept warm. And then my bed, I'm actually on it right now. Hey, these are my feet. Oh, we had a wonderful weekend. On Friday, my driver took me to see my friends. It was Halloween. I didn't want to go anywhere. I didn't want to go. But then again, as a men are supposed to protect, and perhaps the only protection, not the only, but the minimal protection that I offer is perhaps similar to a scarecrow. So I went on this road trip on Friday. Not really a road trip, just a visit. We visited, we picked up one friend and then went to the other house where I visited my friends. It's interesting how sometimes in a car you don't get along with everyone in there. However, since I don't drive, I just sit there. I just sit there. I am polite though. Even when others don't say hello to me, I still am polite. Then on Saturday, we stayed home. I remember yesterday though. Yesterday was Sunday, and what we did was we turned on the fireplace. We kept warm. Oh, yes. I went to visit my other friend, the same one on Friday, because it was so short on Friday. My son was watching a movie there. What's the name of it? X-Men something. And I was eating. I took a can of sardines, and my friend cooked for me rice plus onions with the sardines. She added onions to the sardines and something green, which is probably, oh, delicious. It was delicious. Then we spoke for a while. Then my driver showed up and she brought a Subway sandwich. That was nice. But I didn't eat any because I had eaten so much of the rice. I, I still have some in the fridge for today. If I was a very rich man, I probably wouldn't visit people. I like being the way I am because I get dropped off at places. I get to visit people that are just like me, lonely. I mean, sometimes in a family, there are people there. In this case, there were two, mother and son. But when I show up with my son, this is critical, then Her son, which is my age, calls it therapy, and I enjoy it. I listen to them. I talk to them. It's fun. I would want them to live with us, but sometimes when, like, even my friend, she's 80. She said that her shoulder hurt, and that what caused it was she used to clean all the fans in one day, but now she can only do one per day because her shoulder hurts. Now, at 80 years old, clearly she's a task oriented person. I didn't give him any information. In the book, which is also a movie, Bhagavad Gita, something like that, the Book of Answers from India, Krishna is God, and he comes to talk to, on chapter 2, he comes to talk to basically one good king and the other bad king. And he's talking to the good king when I think the bad king interrupts and says, "Come over here and help me. You came down to help him? Help me first." And Krishna, knowing what the king wants, the bad king wants, says, "Do you want me, my help, or my army?" And the impulsive bad king instantly says, "I want your army." But the insult is, the bad king doesn't even notice. He is insulting, in that movie, God, which it's called Krishna. The God's name is Krishna in that movie. He's insulting Krishna by saying, "I want your army, I don't want you." So then Krishna walks over to the good king. And when he's giving advice, at the end, all the army is dead. There are only two left, the good king and the bad king. So one of the wise things that Krishna says is that men are of two types: the thinker or the doer. And the doer, my driver is a doer. My 80-year-old friend, she's a doer. They're what I call today task oriented. It's not that they don't think, it's that they don't sit still. That's what it is. They just don't sit still. Bruce Lee was a doer. As you see me in bed here, I am a thinker. When you live with people that are doers, they automatically call you lazy because you don't move much. Or you would move, but something is stopping you. For instance, if there is dust on the top of the windowsill or on top of the window behind me here, on the ledge, or on top of those doors over there, that won't bother me. Probably in the next 10 years, it won't bother me. Because I know there's a machine, the ionic machine, something like that. Yeah, the cat wants to come back in. The ionic machine, what it does is, even if someone is smoking, you wouldn't be able to smell the cigarette smoke or the cooking fish smoke. You wouldn't be able to smell it. It absorbs those odors. And in the video, the man said that there is less dust in his house. So if that stops me from, if I had that machine $900, it cost $900, then I would not need to dust. Or better yet, the way I think about it, I would have a housekeeper. I love housekeepers. God bless you and those that surround you.